Go! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dusty. Let's fucking do it. Hell yeah. And I did do a Friday show because I didn't have enough material. And today I have too much. So it's an embarrassment of riches. Hell yeah. I got an amazing show for you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hell yeah. We're going to do this stuff. As always, get your super chats in. Great way to support the show. There's a button down here, a little dollar sign over here by the chat. So click it. Donate to the show. Every single thing that you type, I will read. As long as you donate super chats. The more you donate, the more serious I take your questions. So you can buy my love in the super chats. Do it to it. Help out the cats. Help out me. Hell yeah. You know how it works. Gonna jump right into the show, folks. I'm trying something different. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed the show to Dusty. So the Dusty Smith Show, we changed to Dusty. We're going to try to do the show a little quicker from now on. Even faster pace than normal. That's the way I roll. So as usual, let's open up with some Chud Watch. Prepare your anus. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chud and make fun of them. Ric Flair. Woo! And hell yeah, first off, on the Chud Watch. Oh no, not Russel Brand. Who could have possibly? Everybody on Earth saw that coming? Everybody knew? Okay, yeah. Open secret, apparently, that Russel Brand was a rapey sex pest. Yeah, that was pretty much his whole personality, right? That was his whole character. I'm a rapey sex pest. So, no shocker here. Anyway, Russel Brand accused of rape, sexual assault during height of his fame. A few years back. 4 women now have come forward saying that he either raped them or sexually assaulted them. First woman told news outlets that Brand raped her against a wall in Los Angeles where she was treated at a rape crisis center same day. Apparently they looked into it and found out that was true. An investigation also found text messages between the woman and Brand. She mentioned him saying, why you rape me? And he like, sorry, I raped you. Another one is like, hey, I was 16 when he was 31 and we had a long-term sexual relationship. A couple times he raped me a little bit. So, seems bad. So we all know the people that hate groomers are going to be outraged. They're not. He is the new hero of conservatives. Yeah, that's a shocker. Always the worst among us getting rewarded for being the worst among us. We'll get to that in a second. But first off, he came out and before this even got released and tried to do damage control. Apparently he knew they were coming out with this story, and so he was like, shh, they're coming after me because they're so scared of me. But let's show a short clip from the documentary that they put out, Channel 4 UK Dispatches, talking to some of his victims.
I phoned and somebody asked what it was regarding, and I said, that's regarding Russel Brand being a sex offender.
For more than a year, Channel 4 Dispatches, The Times, and City Times have been investigating Russel Brand's treatment of women. The alleged includes rape, sexual assault, and controlling and emotionally abusive behavior.
He's grabbing at my underwear, pulling it to the side. I'm telling him to get off me, and he won't get off. Like holding me up against the wall, pushing himself in me.
He grabbed me and got me on the bed. I was fully clothed and he was naked at this point, and he held me down and he was just aggressively trying to, me.
I was like, oh my God, he raped me.
He forced his penis down my throat and I couldn't breathe. It was just choking me. I was crying and he said, oh, I only want to see your mascara run anyway.
Them blowjobs where mascara runs a little bit.
Top tier.
Good.
Five women agreed to share their stories. 4 have asked to remain anonymous.
I've never, ever spoken publicly about this before. Russell seems untouchable.
These allegations refer to the time when I was working in the mainstream. He said, anyway, I'll play his denial video that he put up before all this was released to try to stay ahead of it a little bit. Pretty boy gonna help me. Hell yeah. So, like I said before this story was even released, I guess they messaged him and they said, do you have any comment to these stories we're about to put out? And so to head off to damage control before any of this was actually released, I know this is going to be shocking to all of you, but he played the victim. Of course he did. Every conservative, same playbook. Oh my God. I'm so dangerous. They're so scared of me that they're coming after me with these false claims to try to shut me up. But they're really coming after you. No, you raped some women, it seems like. Anyway, here's his denial.
Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack, and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff, like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media.
He's throwing into this bullshit instead of actually attacking the real points, which are many credible women have come forward to wage allegations against him.
Narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute.
Okay.
These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively.
So you were a part of the Hollywood elite, you know, the same kind of sex cults conservatives always are talking about, the ones that are running pedophile rings. You were all a part of that back then? So you're guilty?
In my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always trying.
I love how there's an edit here. What is the edit for? Absolutely always fast cut, consensual.
The relationships I had were absolutely always consensual.
Just weird. That's a weird place to cut it there, to be honest with you. All right, Kat, you guys got to get off me. So I would play the rest of this video, but his voice is so annoying to me that I'm going to play a parody video making fun of this instead, which you pretty much get the same gist of what he's saying here, but it's better because a guy is making fun of it. Let's have a look.
Just start with a nice normal introduction.
By the way, this is the guy who filmed Russel Brand's video. So Russel Brand is sitting in front of this guy who is directing him, and this is supposed to be the guy filming the Russel Brand video.
Just start with a nice normal introduction.
Hello there, you Awakening Wonders.
Okay, tell the people what happened, but also pretend to be a mind trapped in a box.
I've received two extremely disturbing letters.
Even more with the hands.
Listing a litany.
Even more hands, and say the word litany again.
Litany.
Now maybe say a couple of fancy words to make yourself sound smarter than you actually are.
Astonishing, rather baroque.
Nice.
Are some very serious allegations.
Allegations that have been around for at least 10 to 15 years, bubbling under the surface as a sort of open secret. Those allegations, yeah.
That I absolutely refute.
Great use of hands. Look, I believe you.
The relationships I had were absolutely always.
And we're just going to do a little cut here before you say the word.
Consensual.
It's probably time now to quote from a really reputable source.
You guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth.
And we will at no point define who they are or what that truth might be.
A year ago, there was a spate of articles. Russel Brand's a conspiracy theorist.
That is insane.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. I guess you are the victim here.
We are obviously going to look into this matter.
Because if there's one thing this channel values, it's research.
In the meantime, I want you to stay close.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Stay awake. But more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free.
And that's a wrap. Well done, everybody. Great use of hands. And I don't think anyone's going to think that you started off as this sort of free-thinking liberal comedian who had a large platform and then slowly transitioned that platform as you got radicalized into this sort of grift to develop an audience that would trust you whatever you said in case, I don't know, something like this happened. Kombucha?
Definitely innocent, totally innocent. But of course, exactly what you expected to happen is fucking happening. He is now the new hero of the right. He is new darling of the right. I really hate to say this, but this is literally the best thing could have ever happened to Russel Brand. He is going to make millions of dollars off sexually assaulting and raping these women. I know that's incredibly fucking depressing to think about, but that's true. This is how the world works right now. If you are a giant sack of shit that rapes women and sexually assaults them, as long as you're on the right, they will lionize you. They will put you on a fucking pedestal. They will worship you. You will make fucking bank. The only way this could go wrong for him is if they actually charge him with a crime and he's actually convicted of it, which is very unlikely to happen. So this is only going to benefit him. Case in point, here's Tucker Carlson giving him the rub. Criticize the drug companies, question the war in Ukraine, and you can be pretty sure this is going to happen to you. That's right, it's conspiracy. He's a hero. There's only been attacked because he's so brave to speak out. They're coming after Russel Brand now, say the meathead Hodge twins. Dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, but yeah, they have 2 million followers. Sending their 2 million followers to Russel Brand's channel, along with Tucker Carlson. And here's the sad part. I read through comments on this whole situation today, and at least 70% of the thousands of comments I read were in support of Russel Brand. That's how disturbing this goddamn trash planet is. 70% now love this guy. Good morning to everyone who knows the mainstream media is attacking Russel Brand because he refuses to push their globalist agenda and is using his platform to spread awareness and to tell the truth. I don't know about you, but I stand with Russel Brand. Yeah, fuck these women who say he raped them. Hey, fuck the 16-year-old girl who has proof that they had a long-term sexual relationship when he was 31. I stand with him. They're coming for Russel Brand because he didn't push the mainstream narrative. Step out of line and they come for your career. We all know he's had a promiscuous past, but he made huge changes in his life since and is probably a better person than most of us. I hope he sues Channel 4. He's a good man, unlike most of these comedians that Channel 4 have regularly on their channels, but they pushed a certain jab, anti-Tory, say the right thing, so they're protected. Of course, Elon Musk, richest man in the world, using his platform to send his 200 million subscribers to Elon Musk. Of course, they don't like competition. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's not because you rape women. It's not because they're now coming forward because they've heard stories of other women that you don't say to them and they feel like they have more backup now. They can come out with their stories. No, it's because you're saying the wrong things and they're coming to get you. And yeah, what's more likely? Either the deep state knew I would make a YouTube channel years into the future and needed to shut down my truth telling by planting a 16-year-old for me to groom and rape, or, yeah, I guess the deep state now has time travel where they go back in time and make him rape women back in the past. But it doesn't matter, folks. He gotta be more successful than ever, literally going to make millions off raping women. Because this is what conservatism is, folks. The worst human being a fucking among us, rewarded by the other worst human beings a fucking among us. While they put it in our goddamn face, while they laugh of us, while they tell us that they are the party of family values, while they tell us they hate groomers, literally supporting sex trafficker, rapist, groomers. This is what it's all fucking about, folks. And speaking of the party of family values, Governor Kristi Noem got outed. So this has been like another one of these open secrets. So like Russel Brand for years that Noem has been having an affair. Years long. And they've totally fucking busted her. So she has been having an affair with this a Trump stooge. And they haven't even tried to be really secretive about it. Her and Lewandowski is his name. Have basically just been pretty open about it, getting hotel rooms together, being very flirty, being lovey-dovey in public where people thought they were married. People literally come up to her, hey, you and your husband seem like a good match. And they're like, we're not married. We're not even together, or blah, blah, blah. So they busted her in the most severe way. Like literally, if you read this article, receipt after receipt, person after person coming forward, what they saw. Like I said, they weren't even barely trying to hide it. It's a fact. It happened. They're having an affair for many, many years, and apparently are still having an affair. Remember I told you this is the woman that Trump was most likely going to pick as his vice presidential candidate, and I guess maybe this is going to derail that a little bit. He might want to stay away from this smoke. But a lot of things didn't age well. Like we knew this was going on a year ago. And of course, the Family Values Party, the pious Christians. It's amazing how easily they lie, like it's nothing to them. Watch her deny a year ago when Meggie and Kelly confronted her about it.
Absurd rumor about you allegedly having an affair with the Trump staffer years ago. A couple came out within the past year or two. And it was just out of nowhere, but that was from the right. And It was incredible because you're a sitting governor. You've had a long marriage. You married Brian in like right
30
after.
years ago.
It was from the right because she was hanging out with all the right-wing people and they saw her doing it repeatedly. And so they're like, hey, I see you. I see you right there. Like you're with us all the time and you're doing this right in front of us. So yeah, it was from the right. No shit.
Yeah, 30 years ago. And I think you're my age. You're a year younger than I am. I'm 51, you're 50. So you've been together with the same guy all this time. You have 3 wonderful children, like out of the blue. And this is, of course, they do this. I'm sorry to get on my female soapbox, but whenever there's a powerful woman, you can take it to the bank. There's going to be an attack on her. And they say it's either nuts or sluts. You're crazy.
Yep. They do that. You're right about that. Seems like feminism would cure that, but you're against that. So you're part of the problem.
Or you're a slut. And they weren't able to say you were crazy. So they decided to go the other route.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they say the crazy too. You know, they had the entire fight over girls' sports that they came after me on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Change the subject.
And now they've just been a constant attack of FOIA requests in our state, creating scandals out of nothing that
She's
don't
not really answering directly to the questions being asked her. She's trying to change the subject.
even exist. So listen, this is war, and they've gone after my children. They attacked the first year and a half that I was a governor. They went after my daughter.
Changing the subject. Lies, but it comes so goddamn easy to them. Christians have no fucking shame. But here's her. From 2021, these rumors are total garbage and a disgusting lie. These old, tired attacks on conservative women are based on an old, fat falsehood that we can't achieve anything without a man's help. I love Brian. Is that how you spell Brian? That's great. I'm proud of the God-fearing family we've raised. Now I'm getting back to work. Yes, I'm so God-fearing. I would never cheat on my husband as she's sucking dick left and goddamn right. Of course she is. And here's her husband, her poor fucking husband. Here's him in an ad from last year.
She loves people. She loves God. She loves her family. And that drives every decision she makes. She epitomizes what a South Dakotan is.
Kristi Noem for God.
Yeah, that guides every decision she makes. Well, every decision she makes is a lie. It's all bullshit. Yeah, we already know that. Thank you. We knew by the fact that she was a conservative, but thanks for clarifying, Brian. And who can blame her, though, folks, really? The guy she's having an affair with, Corey Lewandowski, one of the sexiest motherfuckers on the planet. Who could resist this studly man?
Is that source accurate?
No.
Oh, they're lying too?
No, it's called fake news, Congressman. I'm sure you've never been misquoted.
Yeah.
Is that
got it? I got you. Fake news. Oh, God, he feels so proud of himself. What a fucking creeper. But I can see why you cheated on your husband with this studly stud. Nobody could blame you. And Lincoln Project, not missing a beat, coming out with their attack ad against her and Lewandowski.
We must be people who act on values and character.
Maybe some people have no values. I don't know.
The importance of family values.
My family. I've got 4 young kids. I've got a wife who lives in New Hampshire.
He's literally married to a 9/11 widow and has 4 kids with her. Stupid the governor. I was going to say governor's wife. Stupid the governor. She's the governor. Yeah, no morals whatsoever. Just lie after lie after lie. Christians are fucking shameless.
Republican, conservative principles and values.
Fighting every day for the core values.
My faith is incredibly important to me.
Faith is so important.
Faith created the person that I am today, and that's how I make my decisions.
You had to look into your faith for that. And I called Jerry Falwell Jr.
We've seen our society, our culture degrade as we've removed God out of our lives.
The hypocrisy of the left. All these people who make accusations against other candidates only to find out that their own house is not in order.
God's faithfulness in our life every day. If you don't have that in your life, then your emotions and fear can control you and make you not have the discernment and the wisdom that you need.
And what we have finally seen is some of those things are coming back to haunt those very same people.
Are you considering a run for the presidency?
I think it's best if I stay focused where I am and continue to visit with my family and pray.
Mike Pence sat there and we prayed together, and I have never been so humbled of anything in my life.
And I'm hopeful that people will not just know me for COVID.
Con artist. That's what they do. No integrity, no morals, just lie like a fucking dog, man. But what do you expect? We know the character of these people. That is why they're conservatives. If you're conservative and you're watching me, you're a fucking piece of shit like all these people. You are. This is what you're supporting. You're supporting people that literally lie to your face, and they love it that they get over on you continuously. That you're so easy to fool, that you're so easy to con, that you literally believe fucking anything, because this is who you are. Fucking dumbasses. And speaking of which, Bobo the clown. So I covered this on the last show. She got thrown out of the musical Beetlejuice. So first we heard that she got thrown out for talking and singing too loud and vaping and taking photos of herself with the flash on, and she was just being really disruptive and rude. And now we find out that she got thrown out because her boyfriend, her Democratic boyfriend, who she's not married to, grabbed her boob. Look, see that? He grabbing the shit out of her boob, and look, she reaching over, grabbing his crotch. She putting her hand on her boob. She's poured into that dress, got her big fake boobs all poked out. Look, she got both hands on his crotch right there in a coliseum full of kids, surrounded by children, hand jobbing her boyfriend who she's not married to, putting his hand on her boob, and he's squeezing it away like he's a teenager in the back of the movie theater. More family values from the best among us. Somebody owes Al Franken an apology. She ain't even thinking about resigning. So, of course, she apologizes, but she don't apologize for the hand job and the boob groping. She ain't admitted to that. She's basically apologizing because she lied. She said, hey, I wasn't vaping. And then the video got released for vaping, and she was like, oh, I totally forgot that I was vaping. Hey, sorry. Hey, I'm just going through a divorce. That's really what's happening here. It's just been really hard on me, this fucking divorce that I'm going through. But like, if you would have followed your own fucking advice, you wouldn't be going through this problem, would you? Because I remember you saying, are you struggling in your marriage? Begin to speak life into your marriage, ladies. You were called to something great in your marriage. The power that you have in Christ for your marriage is unmatched. And if you start chasing Jesus with everything you have, I promise you that your husband will chase you chasing Jesus. To be able to speak life into a marriage that seems like it's ending is so powerful. Yeah, super powerful. I guess you didn't chase Jesus hard enough, or you're a hypocrite, or you're just full of shit. All of it. All of the above, probably. And hypocrisy, that's all they got. But even Meghan McCain and other conservatives calling them out. Huge hypocrite herself, Meghan McCain, throwing stones, says Lauren Boebert is trash. She lectures everyone about the LGBT community being a threat to children while getting caught performing a lewd sex act in public theater where children possibly were. This is family values. This is why people think the GOP are all hypocrites, says you, who supported Donald Trump. Literally found liable by a jury of raping a woman. Literally. Had an affair with a porn star while his pregnant wife was sitting at home. On record, bragging about sexually assaulting women. Accused of 26 women of sexual assault. You support that shit. You might want to shut your fucking mouth. And always stay classy, Lauren. I agree with Joe. This chick made it to third base in a theater where children were present. Meanwhile, she's like, take your children to church, not drag bars. If I took them to a drag bar, they wouldn't have to view some trashy lady get groped up by her boyfriend while she gives him a hand job, okay? Never seen anything like that on any of these drag videos you guys have shown. Starting to think you ain't about shit. And then somebody released this picture, a little blast from the past. On the road with Byron Donald saving this great nation. And I never seen a guy look happier to be on a road trip. Just saying. I mean, I ain't saying nothing's happening between these two, but look at that smile on that motherfucker's face. And I only see like one of her hands, so, Don't know about that one. And meanwhile, this is how stupid she is, folks. Hard to believe that this gutter trash 36-year-old grandmother is a congressperson. But of course, that's what conservatives vote for. They don't have any standards whatsoever. Zero. This is how fucking dumb she is. So, back in March, she was so worried about people being indecent in public. And she was trying to get a gotcha on this dude. Of course, she is so ill-informed, doesn't do any research, doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. It goes completely off the fucking rails. But let's watch her virtue signal.
Mr. Allen, based on these statistics, I would like to talk to you about some other things that are going on here in Washington, D.C., specifically an initiative that you led. In November of 2022, you led the charge to reform D.C.'s crime laws. Is that correct?
I chaired the committee that proposal came
You led this charge, yes, sir. And these changes are now law here in D.C., correct?
Do you mean the revised criminal code?
Yes.
No, those are not the law.
Those are not the law.
The
revised criminal code was rejected by...
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, I'm talking to Mr. Allen.
Yes,
Mr. Allen, did you or did you not decriminalize public urination in Washington, D.C.? Did you lead the charge to do so?
No, the revised criminal code left that as a criminal charge.
Did you lead the charge to decriminalize public urination in Washington, D.C.?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever vote in favor of decriminalizing public urination in Washington, D.C.?
The revised criminal code that was passed by the council kept it as a criminal offense.
And you support this?
I voted for it, yeah.
You voted to keep it as a criminal offense?
That's correct. The full council did.
We have records that show that you were in favor of removing that criminal offense and allowing public urination.
No,
Is that something that you intend to pursue in the future?
No. The legislation you're referring to that came from the Criminal Code Reform Commission changed public urination from a criminal to a civil offense. The council then changed that to maintain it as a criminal offense at the request of the mayor.
Thank you. I yield.
Well, that didn't go well for you, did it? Holy God. You have no business being in Congress, but of course we know that. Like every other conservative congressperson, just the dumbest motherfuckers among us. Yep, so the man who was with Rep. Lauren Boebert is a prominent Democrat businessman whose family is very far left. Set up, yeah. They're never responsible for anything, folks. No responsibility. It's always some kind of conspiracy, some kind of psyop. Even if this was true, and it's not, doesn't she have agency? Isn't her fault letting a guy grope at her boobs and grabbing his crotch while a bunch of children are around? The fuck difference was this even make? But yeah, this was all set up by the World Economic Forum to get a grainy 2-second over-the-pants hand job video. That's just crazy enough to work. She's so dangerous, like Russel Brand. Everybody's so scared. They had to try to take her down. And here's the thing, Bobo. Nobody cares if you are trashy. Nobody really cares if you get groped in the theater. I don't care. I don't care if there's fucking kids around. Kids see worse shit than that. It's the hypocrisy. As Jessica says, I'm not slut-shaming Lauren Boebert. You want to be a hoe? Live your best whole life, boo-boo. Whole life, faux life, you know? But you can't be a judgmental Christian and a respectable hoe. Pick a lane is all I'm saying. That's all we're saying. You can't pretend to be family values. Chase Jesus and your husband will stay, and then leave your fucking husband to get groped up in a theater full of children. That shit just don't mesh. Pick one. Meanwhile, Trump out here just being crazy as fuck. Here's how you know Trump is going to pardon himself first thing if he wins re-election. Because he is declaring up and down, I would never pardon myself. I would never do it. I don't have any intentions of pardoning myself. It would look so bad. 1,000,000% this motherfucker going to try to pardon himself.
I had a couple of attorneys that said, you can do it if you want. I had some people that said it would look bad if you do it, because I think it would look terrible. I said, here's the story. These people are thugs, horrible people, fascists, Marxists, sick people. They've been after me from the day I came down the escalator with Melania. And I did a great job as president. People are acknowledged. Great economy, great jobs, great this, great that. Rebuilt the military, Space Force, everything. I could go on forever. Let me just tell you.
You're right.
I said, the last thing I'd ever do is give myself a pardon. I could have given myself a pardon. Don't ask me about what I would do. I could have, the last day, I could have had a pardon done.
How, though? I mean, you weren't charged with any of the crimes yet. How are you going to pardon yourself before you were charged with any crimes?
That would have saved me all of these lawyers and all of these fake charges, these Biden indictments. They're all Biden indictments, political. They indicted. They want to arrest their political opponents. Only third world countries do that, banana republics. So, ready?
No, only banana republics let rich people get away with shit without charging with the crimes.
I never said this to anybody. I was given the option. I could have done a pardon of myself. You know what I said? I have no interest in even thinking about it. I never even wanted to.
Thought about it hard and then realized, hey, I haven't been charged with anything yet. They probably won't charge me with anything because I'm Donald Trump and I always get away with everything. So what's the point in making myself look bad when there's no need to do this?
Think about it. And I could have done it. And all of these questions you're asking me about the fake charges, you wouldn't be asking me because it's a very powerful thing for a president. I was told by some people that these are sick lunatics that I'm dealing with. Give yourself a pardon. Your life will be a lot easier. I said, I would never give myself a pardon.
Even if you were reelected in this moment?
Well, I think it's very unlikely. What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. You mean because I challenged an election, they want to put me in jail?
Yeah, very unlikely. Literally the only reason he is running is to pardon himself. Just try to stay out of fucking prison. Of course, conservatives believe anything, so it doesn't matter what reality is. And here he is basically saying he doesn't have to answer subpoenas.
But the question is simply, your lawyers signed a certification saying they had turned over everything that was responsive. Then when the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, they found documents that were responsive that had not been produced. Mark Class.
I don't know what the timing is. Again, I'd have to check the time. I don't know. I just don't know the time.
Well, she just told you, motherfucker. You do know, and you're lying. You're playing dumb, but she just fucking told you, so.
All I know is I'm allowed to have those documents.
But once you get a subpoena, you have to turn them over.
I know this.
I know this. I know I have to. And then immediately.
I don't even know that because I have the right to have those documents. So I don't really know that.
You do know that.
These are Democrat fascists.
That's why you try to delete the surveillance videos. That's why you try to move the documents. You knew you didn't have the right to handle them. God damn it. And then, imagine if Biden did this. Imagine if Biden said he couldn't remember giving presidential accommodations to people. Now, obviously, Trump does remember. He's just trying to play dumb because he knows that his base hates Fauci. So this is what conservatives do. This is what this Trump of MAGA does. Trump can't be responsible for anything. He has no agency. So even though he is the one that was behind Operation Warp Speed, even though he is the one that supposedly created the vaccine, even though he was the one that was in charge when they shut down the entire country, even though he is the one that gave Dr. Fauci a presidential commendation, even though he's the one that was on stage with Dr. Fauci every single week, week after week, it's all Fauci's fault. They have to have a scapegoat so that Trump is not responsible for anything. He has no agency. Even though if you believe this story is true, you still have to say that he is a bad judge of character that was fooled, and maybe somebody who's such a bad judge of character shouldn't be president again. They don't think about that. He has no responsibility for anything. He is God on this earth, chosen by Jesus himself, but nothing is ever his fault. And here he is playing dumb like he doesn't remember who gave Dr. Fauci a presidential commendation.
Fire Anthony Fauci was because he'd been there for a long time, that you would have taken heat, that it would have created a firestorm, quoting your words. Then for the first time in May...
I also said I didn't listen to him too much.
I'm getting there. But then in May, you started saying, well, he's a civil servant, so I couldn't technically. The truth is, though, not only did you not fire Fauci, who is loathed by many, millions of Republicans in particular, but also some Democrats.
By the way...
You made him a star. You made him a star. This is the criticism of you, that you made him the face of the White House coronavirus task
You think so?
force, that he was out at every presser, that he was running herd for the administration on COVID, and that you actually gave him a presidential commendation before you left office. Wouldn't you like a do-over on that?
I don't know who gave him the commendation.
You did.
I really don't know who gave him the commendation.
Presidential commendation. One went out to Mark
Somebody
Milley, too.
probably...
Fire Anthony Fauci.
Somebody probably, it wasn't me. I don't take any responsibility for anything. I just, goddamn it, nothing matters. Rewriting reality right before our fucking eyes. And then he did a couple rallies. And, dude, once again, imagine if this were Biden. Imagine if Biden got up on stage and said that Donald Trump was going to start World War II. Not shitting you, World War II. And then he became confused and started thinking that he was running against Obama. Caught himself like mid-brain fart, but didn't recover all that well. Let's have a listen.
As you know, crooked Joe Biden and the radical left thugs who have weaponized law enforcement to arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. This is the same thing. The country was very divided. And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. We beat Hillary Clinton.
Okay,
now, you know, I used to.
What did either say to Obama? What are you talking about? Just brain fart. But if Biden would have done it, it'd be like, oh my God, he's got Alzheimer's. He's a walking dead man. Joe Rogan would be playing that clip over and over again to repeat to the largest podcast audience in the world, claiming this is why we have to vote for Trump. If this were Biden saying this, but it's a double standard, right? And here he is, once again, he said this over and over again, talking about how you need an ID to buy a loaf of bread. This motherfucker's so out of touch. Doesn't even know how to grocery shop.
I saw on the television one of these characters. There shouldn't be voter ID. Now, you have voter ID to buy a loaf of bread. You have ID to buy a loaf of bread. You have everything. You have pictures. When they had... I saw...
You don't have to give an ID to buy fucking bread, dude. Alcohol, yes. Tobacco, yes. Bread, food, fuck no. Good God, it's so frustrating that the dumbest motherfuckers among us are running this goddamn country. And here he is talking about if he wins again, he's going to pardon all the people that broke the law on his behalf. He's sending a very clear message here. He's saying, if I get back in office and I tell you to break the law, I tell you to overthrow the government, I tell you to commit a coup against America, and you do it, you break the law in my name, I will pardon you. You're all above the law. Don't worry about it anymore. There's nothing you can't do because I will just fucking pardon whatever you do on my behalf. Very dangerous.
The political repression is immoral, and it's very, very un-American, and it's very dangerous for them to be playing that game. To reverse these cruel travesties of justice, tonight I'm announcing that the moment I win the election, I will appoint a special task force to rapidly review the cases of every political prisoner who's been unjustly persecuted by the Biden administration.
The traitors that try to overthrow our government, overturn American democracy, eradicate our vote, gonna pardon them all. And they love it, folks. The Law and Order Party. They really care about law and order, don't they?
Thank you. Well, you know what's going on better than anybody, so that I can study the situation very quickly and sign their pardons or commutations on day one. I want to sign them on day one. I want to see what's going on.
Day one, I want to send a message that we can just overthrow the government. Nothing will happen to you. Trust me. I got your back. And meanwhile, Melania out there just grifting her ass away. ABG always be grifting. Here's her red, white, and blue America Christmas ornament. I'm pleased to continue USA memorabilia tradition of celebrating the season with a red, white, and blue Christmas. This year I found myself looking at my love for our great nation for inspiration. May everyone experience an abundance of peace and love during the holiday season. This bitch don't give a fuck about Christmas. We already know that for her past behavior. But they never miss an opportunity to monetize patriotism, to monetize the flag, to monetize the idiot cult members' love of the country. Keep getting grifted, morons. You get what you fucking deserve. Nope. You guys are staying off me tonight. Sorry. You're staying off me tonight. Don't come right the fuck back. Do not come right back. You're staying off me tonight. All of you are staying off me tonight. I can't do this fucking show with cats all over me. And I agree with Republicans against Trump, with Trump cheating on his wives, with porn stars, and raping E. Jean Carroll, Kristi Noem having an affair with Trump advisor Lewandowski, CPAC chair Matt Schlapp accused of groping 3 men, Lauren Boebert in a groping session at a theater in front of her children, Matt Gaetz accused of sex with underage girls, Russel Brand accused of rape and sexual assault. I'm starting to think the Republican Party might not be the family values party, huh? You think? I don't know about that one. Maybe they're just so dangerous. Everybody's lying about them. Surely that's the case, right? Meanwhile, here is the future governor of North Carolina. This is the current attorney general, Robinson. Lieutenant governor, I'm sorry. He's the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, but he's probably going to be the next governor. This is the kind of ridiculousness conservatives are putting in power. This is the kind of ignorance they're going to make the governor of their state. Hey, good luck, North Carolina.
There's people running around here talking about electric cars, end oil, and all of this foolishness. Don't realize something. They don't realize something. God blessed us with that oil for a reason.
Doesn't the Middle East have a lot of oil too? Did God bless them with oil? Or was it Allah? I don't know. Muhammad? And also, couldn't the same argument be made about solar power? Didn't God bless us with solar technology so we could get off the oil standard? I don't know. Just saying, but keep supporting conservatives, Elon. Seems like that's going to work well for you. Not the best. And then, speaking of these fucking idiots, Tim Scott running for president. You might know that the United Auto Workers are going on strike, trying to get livable wages, trying to get some of that FedEx money for their employees. But conservatives don't see you guys as humans. They see you as workers. Little worker bees. You're supposed to work your fucking lives away. Don't think that you deserve vacation time. Don't think that you deserve time with your family. Don't think that you deserve time away from your job to enjoy your life. Hell no. Get to work, fucking slaves. Don't believe me? Listen to him yourself. This is a presidential candidate for Republicans, Tim Scott.
One of my buddies fight for more benefits and less hours working, more pay and fewer days on the job. It's a disconnect from work, and we have to find a way to encourage and inspire people to go back to work. And that's one of the things that, as your president, we would have. We would have a nationwide, sea to shining sea focus on, you pick the type of work, but if you're able-bodied, you're going to work.
Yes, you're going to work. Learn to love it, slaves. You're going to be in that cubicle 80 hours a week, just slaving away so the CEO of the company can make $40, $50 million. We're going to focus on that if I'm president. You motherfuckers aren't working hard enough. You lazy Americans. Get back on it. Hell yeah, do it, bootlickers. Fucking elect them. Fucking die of a heart attack at 50 years old at your goddamn cubicle. Just fall over goddamn dead as they work you to death. But hey, some good news. According to Hassani B and CNN, they did a poll. Which side do you sympathize with more? And United Auto Workers got 75% of the vote. U.S. auto companies are 90%, neither 2%. So more of us than there are of them. Workers' rights are very popular in this country, so good luck, conservatives, getting the votes of the people. They still will. They'll get a lot of them, and we are ruled by minorities, so who the fuck knows? But meanwhile, Tommy Lauren, now a new survey from Change Research shows that a whopping 55% of millennial and Gen Z women find it a turnoff if their partner listens to the Joe Rogan Experience. Asshole cats. And over 3/4, 76% of women said they would not date someone who supports Trump. Yeah, no shit. Hey, if you want to be a giant piece of trash, a piece of garbage, if your whole personality revolves around, are you triggered? Did I own you? Trying to own people, trying to hurt people. Hey, that's your business. Do it. You do you, boo. But all it's going to do is make you a social pariah. You get what you fucking deserve, and yeah, nobody wants to date trash. Yes, you're embarrassment. Yes, you're the lowest among us. Yes, you're unattractive. Learn to love it, fuckos. No wonder so many conservatives are incels. Nobody wants to fucking touch you. Fucking lepers, basically. Meanwhile, Texas senators acquitted AG Ken Paxton on all counts today. The Law and Order Party. Once again showing there is no bottom they won't find, no low they won't sink to. And just to give you a small inkling of how corrupt this entire system is, what a dog and pony show it is, here's a Rachel Maddow before they found him not guilty, explaining why they're probably going to find him not guilty.
This is an amazing story. I can't believe this is real. It's real. This is the Republican Attorney General of Texas. His name is Ken Paxton, although he is not currently serving as Attorney General because...
He's back! They acquitted him of all charges. He's the Attorney General of Texas again. Oh, Texas. You guys are so fucking adorable, getting fucked left and right. I actually love it. I love it because you're doing it to yourself.
Because he has been suspended from office by the Texas legislature pending an impeachment trial. Now, how bad do things have to be for the Republicans in the Texas legislature to impeach their own Republican Attorney General?
They didn't, though.
Well, where do we start? Almost the entire time he's been Attorney General, he's been under indictment for felony securities fraud. Meanwhile, he's facing potential disbarment from the practice of law entirely over his efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Also, he's under criminal investigation by the U.S. Justice Department on serious corruption allegations. Allegations so serious that 8 high-ranking officials in his own office went to the FBI to report what they had witnessed in his office.
I'll be damned.
Earlier this year, Paxton reached a multi-million-dollar settlement in a lawsuit for allegedly firing several of those officials as retaliation for them going to the FBI. It has been a lot with this guy. But hilariously, it was only when Paxton demanded that Texas taxpayers fork over the millions of dollars to pay that settlement that Republicans in the legislature finally started to get a little bit cranky with him. The Texas House impeached Ken Paxton by an overwhelming margin. So that means the Texas Senate now has to put him on trial. They'll hold an impeachment trial in September. If he's convicted at that Senate impeachment trial, he will lose his job permanently. Now, here's where it gets amazing. That trial will be presided over by the president of the Senate, the lieutenant governor of the state, a man named Dan Patrick. As the presiding judge overseeing Paxton's impeachment trial, he'll have immense power. He'll be the ultimate arbiter of, the rules and the admissibility of evidence and all that stuff. Here's the thing I can't believe is real, but it is. So Dan Patrick, the guy who's the presiding judge in this impeachment trial, just had to release his new campaign finance report. And would you look at that? He just received $3 million from the Ken Paxton Super PAC. Wow, what a coincidence. Dan Patrick isn't even up for re-election until 2026. All he has coming up is this impeachment trial that he has to run in a few weeks. And here's the PAC for the defendant in that impeachment trial dumping $3 million on his porch.
Totally on the up and up.
Just ahead
Nothing
of the
to see
trial.
here.
Wow, everything is bigger in Texas.
Yep, learn to love it, Texas. God damn it. Once again, as a Mississippian, thank you, Texas. Thank you for showing us that it can get worse. Holy God. But whatever. At this point, it's just funny. You can't even get mad about it. I mean, you guys are doing it to yourself, so, Meanwhile, Mitt Romney is retiring. He's gone public and said a very large portion of his party really doesn't believe in the Constitution. Dudes had to spend $5,000 a month on security for him and his family because his fellow Republicans are sending him death threats and shit because he's not MAGA. Yep, totally normal. As Medea San says, a senator and former leader of his party announces he is retiring and reveals he was paying $5,000 a month for security to protect his own family from his party's own voters. Totally normal. No fascism here. America and the GOP in 2023. Yep. Hey, I mean, you lay down with these dogs. That's your crazy ass party, you know? Whose fault is that? You chose poorly, Mitch. And, or Mitt, rather. And then, is this it? Nope, got a couple more. Memory holding. That's what conservatives do, folks. They're so worried. Oh, my God, if you remove a Republican statue or a Confederate statue, you're rewriting history. You're erasing history. Meanwhile, literally rewriting history. So remember the 5 guys that got convicted of trying to kidnap Governor Whitmer? So they found 5 guilty and 3 of the lesser guys not guilty. But they absolutely did it. Or if you're Tim Pool, it was all a hoax the whole time because 3 of the guys, 3 out of 8, got found not guilty. Not mentioning 5 were found guilty, just Tim Pool. Oh, it's a hoax. It never happened. Another conspiracy theory. Hey, conservatives are not deranged terrorists. Look here. Proof. They're just making it all up. Yep. No shame, Tim Pool. Once again, no bottom he won't find. But he knows, like, dude gonna make $10 million this year. Gonna make $10 million next year. Literally gets paid to lie for a living. And that's all you have to do if you're conservative. Because you motherfuckers are the worst among us. I don't know how you leave the house without being ashamed. I guess it's because you don't have any shame. You're just beneath everybody else. So you're fine with it. You embrace how lowly you are. That's why you reward sacks of shit like Beanie Baby Tim Pool. But yeah, no side of committee note here on the complete demonstrable idiotic lie from Pool. A remind that the committee notes are arbitrary. Yep. So now right-wingers are just going to memory hole the 5 guys who were already convicted of plotting to kidnap Whitmore and pretend the plot was a hoax. Yep, of course they are. Because otherwise they'd have to admit that there is widespread conservative terrorism in this country. And since he is one of the main ones spreading the fear, panic, and lies that is causing this, he's got to rewrite history, folks. And also he gets paid handsomely to do so, so why wouldn't he? Not like he has any kind of integrity or morals that might contradict it. Meanwhile, ALC and some other Democrats were in New York talking about how we need to house the migrants that are there. Most of them are like asylum seekers, which is completely illegal for them to be in the country. Other states have been sending them en masse to New York. So she's saying, hey, we have all these migrants here. We need to fund their housing, treat them with respect, dignity, just like we would treat anybody else, which created, of course, a huge backlash, mass outrage. I dare you try to help brown people. So Fox News has to cut away from this crazy asshole who's threatening violence towards them.
I think that AOC, when she came out and other members of Congress and they had this press conference, what did you think about their comments?
They will never be allowed to walk down the streets again. Yes. They have destroyed our city, and New York, especially Queens, is woken
let's
up.
Pull away from this. You see the.
Think that.
Yeah, let's pull away from this. I mean, we helped spread this. We are absolutely responsible for this terrorism, but let's pull away from it because we don't want to have to take any kind of accountability for this. Meanwhile, Daily Caller, this is a little Benny Shapiro's rag, is actually encouraging this type of rhetoric. Vocal NYC protesters speak to Fox News reporter. Cuts away mid-interview. Reporter ALC, they had this press conference. What do you think about their comments? They will never be allowed to walk down the street again. Let's pull away from this. And all the comments were like, hero! Fox News is censoring them. Yeah, they're censoring terroristic threats. But they love it over the Daily Wire. Of course they do. This is who they are. One more on the Chud Watch. Ron DeSantis, once again, trying to be a badass. He has this new catchphrase, Stone Cold Dad. And he wants as many people to hear him say the catchphrase, Stone Cold Dad, as humanly possible because it makes him sound a butch, like he's got a big swinging dick, and he's really worried about seeming very effeminate because, he is incredibly effeminate, like a bitchy teenager. So he has to say his catchphrase over and over again in order to fool the boomers. Let's watch this cringe bullshit.
We're using lethal force against the cartels. If they're bringing fentanyl in, breaking into our country, we're going to leave them stone cold dead at the border. Trust me, they will get the message.
Trust me, y'all. We're totally going to kill them all. We're going to leave them stone cold dead. I mean, we don't have to have no trials or anything. We can just extrajudicially kill people if we want to. I'm a badass. I'm a terrorist. We're going to murder everybody. Hooray. Yep. Fuck my life. And that is my Chud Watch. Hell yeah. What we got to say about that? DSPs. Let me hear. Actually, let's read the super chats. Hit the like button, everybody. I would very much appreciate it. More super chats, please. A little like. So help me out on the show. I worked hard on it. Welcome to Dust Buddies. Peter Choice. If you guys want to become a Dust Buddy, there's a way to do it. There's a button over here. You choose to become a member of the Dust Buddies. It's $2.99 a month, and you get customized emojis to spam the chat with, a cool Trans Rights, Power Fist. Great way to support the show. Do it to it. All the cool kids are. Daniel Flores, $20. Very generous, 20 pounds even. Take me to Pound Town. Hi, Dusty. Maybe it's a bit silly question, but is there any specific reason why you chose Clip speakers instead of some other brand? Okay, well, Clip speakers are reasonably priced for their quality, which is why I chose them. But in addition to that, they come, if you take the covers off of them, the subwoofer part comes with like this spun copper, and all the speakers have this spun copper on them, and it looks fucking badass. And so mainly, not only does it sound good and is at reasonably priced, but they look amazing, in my opinion. So both style and the way they work. Thank you for the question. Skylar King, hey, Dusty. Here's 5 months been since 2012. What? Good on you. And Mitchell Guide, another hero of the show. Socialism for all you lucky motherfuckers out there. Better see every single one of you at tonight's after party. Got some fun stuff to cover the after party, so you don't want to miss that. Available to all Dust Buddies and patrons. And everybody give Mitchell Guide some love. And welcome to Dust Buddy Daisy Day. Spam the chat with impunity. All the cool kids are doing it. Hey, Dusty. Dower Penna says, I hope you're having a great night. Gonna have to catch the replay. Don't forget us. Love you. Hey, love you, Dower Penna. Good to see you. Appreciate you. And hitting us with some socialism. Love Dower Penna. Everybody give a shout out to Dower. And Tall Fook Wasser, $20. Didn't say that, but you ain't got to, you sexy mofo. Appreciate you. Kimberly, $5. Hey, Dusty. Hope you're well. $5 for coffee. What? Hell yeah. Gonna drink it in your honor. Brian Paul, $20. Greetings again from what in a few months will be the frozen north, a.k.a. North Dakota. Get your kiddies some of the what they need. Dustmaster, you rock. All right. Since you missed the kiddies, mention the kiddies, I hid some treats over here. Let's have a little impromptu kitty party. Kitty party. Kitty party. Yeah, look at that. Kitty party. Pay these sluts to be on my show. Pay the sluts. Here you go, kitty party. Everybody coming to the kitty party. What? Hell yeah. Nice. Nice. Now let me hide these back over. You guys didn't see me hide these. Nope, you didn't see me hide those. Those are totally hidden from you guys. Fuck yeah. Kitty party. All right. Back to the super chats. Thank you, Brian. Free thing is secondless, $2. F, Mary Kill, Dixie Chicks. Hell yeah, I'd fuck, Mary Kill all of them. Artenesia, $20 for the kiddos for being awesome. I'll send you some more treats when I can. Hell yeah, that was your treats I just gave them. Thank you, Artenesia. You rock. Bob Hawk, $7.99 Australian. I'm pretty sure Mejian Kelly spells her name like a gynecologist because she's an absolute cunt. Agreed, you future motherfucker. We on the same page. $10 from Justin Joseph. Mejian never came to the defense of VP Harris when conservatives kept implying that she got on her knees to get to the top, but would have been a blatant liar having an affair at the party of nothing. Yep, they don't have any standards. They don't have any morals. They will say anything for money, and Mejian Kelly is no exception. $7.99 from Bob Hawk. I never thought anyone could out-trash Marge, but someone is holding Boebert's beer. Yeah, she's already behind in the polls. She is going to get voted out. She only won by 500 votes in the last election, so not looking good. Don't think this is going to go over well with her constituents. $7.99 Australia Bob Hawk. No public urination laws here. If you got to go, you got to go. You just have to make an attempt to hide it. Wag it at traffic will be public. Yeah, like, I feel the same way. As long as they're not trying to be a pervert, not doing it for sexual reasons, don't have a big hard-on where they're pissing. What the fuck's the big deal? Get over it. Keep it up. Hey, I will. Animo, appreciate you. Senator Rose, fabulous long show. Love the long shows. Thanks. Hey, thank you for supporting the show. As long as you guys support it, I would do it forever. Keep it up. How does Trump is all smoke and mirrors, thinks the papers will disappear. He better get ready for the fear. Spending time in jail in tears. I hope so. We'll see what happens. Big Black Corvette, my nightly dose of BBC. Thanks for the Sunday show. Love the DSPs, mods, and dust buddies. Take my money for the kiddies. Hell yeah, I will, BBC. I'll take it all. I'll take all that BBC. And social lust, $10. Why doesn't the government investigate Charlie Kirk, who sent 80 buses January 6th, another fashion again like Temple? I think they had too many people already. I guess he ain't making the list, but not a bad idea. And Ivy Evans, woo, socialism. Everybody give love to Ivy Evans. One of the heroes of the show. Love me some Ivy Evans. Thank you. And better see all you people at the after party tonight. Look in the community section of YouTube for the link. You have it now. And spam the chat with impunity with all the customized emojis. Fed well off. With all the BS, I got nothing tonight except just complete exasperation. Make it make sense, does it? I'm trying. Bunch of garbage people, if that helps. $20 too light. Oh, that's way better. Appreciate you, you fucking hero venture van. Making my venture van feel a lot more comfortable. Appreciate you. Sissy and Taz, $5. Appreciate you, Sissy and Taz. You rock. Keep it up. I will. You keep it up. And hell yeah, thank you for everybody for donating tonight. Please get your super chats in. We're going to read all the super chats at the end of the show. And also, I have a patron. It's whatever you can afford. Just go sign up. $5 or more, better, but even as low as like $2, you can get access to all my exclusive content. Like tonight, the after party, we read another 20 to 30-minute show every night after the main show. And actually, in a lot of ways, it's better than the main show because I cover like more random shit. It's not all politics. It's just more intimate and fun. So you know you want to be a part of it. Make you feel good in your bones, and you help out us and the kiddies. So please join us tonight. God damn it, the cat's found. You found it. You're not supposed to find this. I'm about to hide this under my ball sack. All right, here's more. Here's more, cats. Here's more. Now it's hiding under my ball sack. Hiding it under my ball sack. There we go. You can't have any more. You got to save that for later. And anyway, do the Patreon. You know how it works. Appreciate you. And going to read all the rest of the super chats at the end of the show, so still plenty of time to get your super chats in and help the world's greatest program, Dusty. New name, but still same kick-ass show. But move right along, sing along if you know the tune. It's religious bullshit. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for your religious bullshit. Perfect time to be a member of the Dust Buddies because you got the customized emojis like not a drag queen, which always applies. First off, in my home state, Mississippi Baptist Church worship leader Tyler Selby has been arrested for producing a video that shows him in a tub with a child committing sex acts. Oh, yeah. Tyler Selby, 33, worship leader at Robinwood Baptist Church, has been charged with producing child sexual abuse material. He is still listed as worship leader on the church website. His Facebook is still up, but he turned off the comments. God, family, music. Yeah. Wish God would have stopped you, but I guess God's got better things to do. And then Florida Baptist youth pastor, always the youth pastor, charged with sexting minors. Deputies say David Robinson, a 34-year-old youth pastor at Shiloh Baptist Church in Plant City, sent several text messages with sexual content to at least 2 juveniles. In addition to his role as youth pastor, Robinson volunteered at various Christian schools. Yikes. He is facing 9 counts of transmission of material to a minor. Not a drag queen. And then you guys hear about the soldiers of Christ. Oh my God, they're really doing the Lord's work. 5 adults and a juvenile had been charged with murder after a 70-pound woman who had been beaten and malnourished for weeks was discovered dead in the trunk of a vehicle this week, police in Georgia said Thursday. The victim, who was not publicly identified, is from South Korea and came to the United States this summer to join a religious group. Yeah, she came to join a cult. I guess she got what she wanted. The Gwinnett County Police Department said in a statement, the accused individuals referred to themselves as belonging to Soldiers of Christ. I guess here is their little storage building with where the body was found, or blood and shit was found.
And we begin tonight at 6 with the arrest of 5 adults and a teenager in connection with a body found in the trunk of a vehicle outside a spa on Gwinnett Place Drive in Duluth. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Christine Sphero. Gwinnett County Police say the victim was from South Korea and came to the Atlanta area to join a religious organization that calls itself Soldiers of Christ.
There's your mistake right there. You might want to avoid any motherfucker who has anything to do with Christ, especially Soldiers of Christ. That just sounds bad right at the fucking bat. Why does Christ need soldiers? That seems to sort of go against everything I fucking know about Christ. But at least a little comeuppance, a little fair play. Kim Davis, remember her? She was the one who went famous for denying a gay couple a marriage license. Well, now she's been ordered to pay them $100,000. So, good. Make them pay. Learn to love it. Of course, she probably won't actually pay a fucking dime. They never actually pay what they're supposed to pay, and nobody ever seems to hold these motherfuckers accountable. But maybe they'll garnish her wages. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody go. Look, dudes, there's not even enough. You can't have this whole bag. You can't have it. You can't have this whole bag. All right. Go away. I don't know what to do with this thing. They're going to bother me. Go away. Go get it over there, dummy. Over here, dummy. It's over here. Would you go over here? All right, you guys are so useless. The fuck? What do I do with my goddamn mouse? All right, here we go. And, that. Talk about a fucking psycho. Jim Caviezel, however you pronounce this trash human's name. Holy God, he's like dead behind the fucking eyes. It's wild. But they're trying so hard to convince us that Trump is some kind of godly warrior picked by Jesus himself. And look how crazy he sounds. Just this monotone voice. Just completely dead behind the eyes. Saying this absolute horse shit. This fairy tale nonsense like it's true. It's so hard to take him seriously, but he takes himself so seriously while saying this nonsense. It's Clown Week.
Say to Donald Trump, then when you watch this movie, you will be at peace and at rest because you, more than anyone, have done incredible things. Jesus talks about that. Faith without works is dead. 1 James, I believe.
Yeah, like your eyes.
but it is dead. And Donald Trump, people talk about how private he is about his faith. Well,
almost like it doesn't exist at all. Almost like he specifically said he doesn't really have any faith. He doesn't pray to God. He doesn't ask for forgiveness. Doesn't go to church. Doesn't know anything about the Bible. But let's not let that stop us.
he's getting it done for our Lord and Savior.
Totally.
And our Judeo-Christianity, when you go back to David, you know.
Just imagine saying this stuff with, like, these dead eyes and this monotone voice, these things that are so fucking ridiculous. Yet he's taking himself so goddamn seriously, and that's what makes you such a fucking clown. Saying these ancient fairy tales, this nonsense with such seriousness. Like you really think you're doing something here. Just what a fucking fool.
Trump is like that. Here's a boy that was called out. Many people didn't like him, including his own. I'm talking about David now. His own father. Definitely. And he was selected by God, and I believe Donald Trump was selected by God Almighty, and I'm talking about...
You also believe rich people are drinking the blood of children and any nonsense that come across your Facebook feed, so maybe you're not the best judge of reality.
The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, God. And he listened to the voice and probably didn't think he was the best guy, or maybe he thought he was the best guy, because in my opinion, he's pretty great.
Yeah, he's so great, isn't he? He's laughing, but his eyes are not, like, moving. They're so dead. God damn it, what a psycho.
Like him will be able to sit there and watch this and feel safe and at peace. And I think that a lot of people that watch this that are following God feel that way.
Totally. Don't we all feel that way? Don't we all feel safe and at peace? No one has ever felt more safe and at peace than me. I'm super sane. Like, good Lord. Where are the bodies hidden, Caviezel? Somebody check his basement. Meanwhile, Kit Christmas, won't you know how good God is? The all-loving God just loves us so much that he had to send COVID. He just had to send COVID to murder millions of people because he had to knock the silliness out of the church. He had to. So, exactly as you would expect an all-loving, all-knowing God to be, had to murder all his children to, I don't know, let's let Tight Shirt Kent explain it to us.
I could have stopped coronavirus, says the Lord.
Okay, then you should have.
I watched him in the labs as they put it together.
You did? And you didn't do anything? You just let everybody die for no fucking reason and you could have stepped in? That sounds kind of psycho.
I watched them as they began to loose it on the nations.
Okay.
And I could have stopped it.
Okay, then why didn't you?
I did not, saith the Lord, because I was going to use it, that what the enemy intended for evil, I would turn it into good.
But, wait, how was COVID good? A shit ton of people that died were Christian conservatives, laying on their deathbed, choking on their own phlegm in horror, begging you to save them. What part the fuck about this was good? What the part about millions of people dying was good? What are you talking about, you fucking psychopaths? And look at them cheering. They're cheering for millions of deaths. They're cheering for their fellow Christians dying, choking on their own bile. Holy God, these people.
God said, I allowed this to happen because I have knocked the silliness out of my church.
Oh, that explains it.
Hiya bo 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 Sunday.
Hiya bo bo Sunday. Yeah, totally normal shit. Hey, I had to. It's the only way I could knock the silliness out of my church was to murder millions of people, much of which weren't anything to do with my church. A lot of them overseas who never even heard of Christianity, but hey, it doesn't matter. I had no choice. It's a good thing.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I will not be silenced this time, saith the Lord. You will not put a mask on my mouth.
Okay, I don't think anybody put a mask on the Lord's mouth or silenced him. You couldn't really do that to an all-powerful being, I wouldn't think, but don't let logic get in the way. Meanwhile, I talked about this before how evil people just love to put their evil right in your fucking face. They get off on it. And what's so sick is listening to the people they've duped, listening to the people they've conned, cheer for them as they explain to them how much they conned them, as they brag about their wealth. They laugh about it, and so does the audience. Lockstep with them.
What I liked about President Trump, and I remember presidents back to Eisenhower, and very little of the guy before Eisenhower. What was his name? Truman. I mean, I was born in 1949, but a little bit I knew about Truman. But President Trump, and I'm not talking about endorsement, I'm just telling you the truth, is the only president, Mike, that I ever heard that used the name of Jesus in the Oval Office.
Yeah, that's 100% not true. Of course it's not true. Jesus has been used by presidents since the beginning of our democracy. But don't let that get in your way. They literally lie for a living, so why would this be any different?
The only one I ever heard, that's right. They always use the word God, and that's respectful. But he would say Jesus and Jesus Christ. Now, does he have flaws? Yeah, so do you. You know, but
it don't matter. Don't matter that he's paying out porn stars he had sex with while his wife was pregnant. Don't matter what he does. Everybody has flaws. Hey, Joe Biden has flaws. Fuck Joe Biden. Oh my God, he's the devil.
Happy about those planes. If you're worried about the Prestos, buy a plane. That's what I did. And I have been royally persecuted over it. But do you think that bothers me? I just fly over their house and tip the wing.
Yeah, I got a plane. Yeah, I'm rich as fuck. And they just laughing. The people he exploited just laughing about their exploitation because Christians love to be butt fucked. They love to be cucks. They love to be bootlickers. They love to be abused. They have a fucking fetish about it. Well, suck it up, bootlickers. They draining you dry, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful because as evil as this guy is, at least making him rich, at least giving him money means you have less money for your children, and maybe your stupid ass genes won't get passed on to the next fucking generation. It's Darwinian. I gotta stop. I can't say anymore. Gonna get fucking banned. And meanwhile, so folks, at first I thought this was cringe, and some of you may be like, this is cringe, Dusty. This is cringe as fuck. Okay. And it is. This guy's older than me, it looks like. And he's rapping, and he's trying to rap for Jesus. He's trying to make Jesus cool, which is impossible. So, yes, it's cringe. But, like, I got to say, he's doing a pretty good job. Like, he's pretty much, he's sort of killing it a little bit, in my opinion, for an old guy. He's not fucking over his lines any. He seems to have practiced. He has a decent voice. So, like, I'm going to give him an E for effort on this one. Let's see if you guys agree with me. This is just a pastor rapping about Moses.
And if Moses were here right now, I have a suspicion he might encourage us like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I've been summoned by Jehovah to cross the people over, to get them to the promised land spot. Oh, we be trekking to the land of milk and honey, with hot desert sand neath the feet of everybody. Problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unremarkable. The mind is bright, the lips they smolder. The darkness is night, it's getting colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. Don't have a lot of swagger, but I got the higher power. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But man, it's getting dark. Let me spell out his name. He is the YAHWEHGOD. We are meant to be a colony that runs with divinity. But the people worship idols endlessly. Essentially, they sin so relentlessly. But God keeps giving us his amnesty. It's hard for us is to get our descendants free. To liberty will only come on Mount Calvary. The JC. Don't be shocked when the word of life, it mentions me. He will lay down his life when he sets us free. Eventually, we all gonna see his ascendancy. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I've been summoned by Jehovah to cross the people over, to get them to the promised land spot. No, not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I've been summoned by Jehovah to cross the people over, to get get him to the promised land spot. This time it
Yeah, that was fire. I think I'm a Christian now, right? Hell yeah. No, that wasn't good. Oh, well, what you gonna do? And then, religious bullshit. One more. Oh, yeah, apparently, I was in this, popular atheism video. So I guess this video was made by Muslims or something. And I was in it. So the point of this video was that back in the old days of YouTube atheism, people like me and the amazing atheists used to try to mock religion into extinction. And then they have some other atheists on after me, like Cosmic Skeptic and the Thinking Atheist, who is basically like, no, that was bad. Those people that tried to mock Christians and other religions into extinction were doing it wrong, and we're supposed to be nice to them and explain with kindness why they shouldn't believe it, which, let me play the clip, and then I will retort.
Accept reality. Because Christianity is just a cult.
All right, first off, what the fuck? Who is... Oh my God, I look so terrible. How is this even the same person? My shoulders are tiny, like a little tub of fucking goo with my Tim Pool beanie hat on. How is this? That doesn't even sound like me, doesn't look like me. I just hate everything about this. Why do I look so bad? Anyway, I got to rewind a little bit. All right, let's try it again. God damn it. Embarrassing.
You need to grow up and accept reality. Because Christianity is just a cult, and it's not true.
Oh, the Bible is the imperfect word of man. It's divinely inspired.
I think a lot of us had the delusion that you can mock people out of their faith.
Okay, yeah, that was a delusion, motherfucker. First of all, I will do a Pepsi challenge any goddamn day that I deprogram more people than you guys did. The thousands upon thousands of fucking messages I've received over the years from ex-Christians, from ex-Muslims, from ex-religious people that said, I gave it up because of you, Dusty. You helped me. You freed me from this indoctrination. Thank you. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for opening my eyes. Hell yeah, that fucking happened. Mocking actually works fucking great. Making people pay a social penalty, making them the laughingstocks is a great way to change their mind, because nobody wants to be the fucking laughingstocks. And when you point out exactly why they're stupid, when you make them the fucking dregs of humanity, they will jump fucking sides. I know firsthand. I have firsthand evidence from the last 15 goddamn years of what I'm doing. So yeah, hey, I'm sure you can lovey-dovey the religion out of people. I'm sure you can be like, remember this guy, Daryl Davis? He a black guy that went and friended a bunch of KKK members. If you want to do that, cool. But nobody is obligated to be nice to these people. Because this one guy went and befriended KKK people, doesn't mean any other black people are obligated to be nice to racists. Doesn't mean any white people are obligated to be nice to racists. It doesn't mean we have to be nice to fucking religious fucking idiots. The theocracy trying to take over our country. Fuck no, we ain't got to be nice to them. Fuck no, we ain't got to sit around and hold hands and sing Kumbaya goddamn Yah with them. Hell yeah, mocking fucking works. If your way works, fine, but don't you tell me what I've done wasn't fucking effective, because I know goddamn well it was. And the fact that this Al Jazeera bullshit, this is what they're putting you on to spread this nonsense, that ought to give you a fucking clue. That ought to give you a clue that maybe that's what they want. They want you to sit and hold hands with them, pretend like you're all fucking nice and buddy-buddy with them while they spread their bullshit. Well, fuck none of that. You do you, boo, and I'll do fucking me.
But if you can make them feel safe, and if they make me feel safe, that's when conversations begin. And I think online atheism and activism, I think we sort of woke up to that.
You need to be able to have good faith conversations.
Yeah, with people that won't have good faith conversations with you, with liars, with people who are brainwashed from birth and believe nonsense. You can't have good goddamn faith conversations with these people. Have you ever fucking tried? Have you ever succeeded? Fuck no, you hadn't.
With people who don't share your non-belief, you need to have a more nuanced understanding of religion.
If you would rather not question essential parts of your faith, that's your prerogative. But don't paint others as unreasonable or immoral for being open to questioning theirs.
One of my missions, one of my goals now has become to make content that
while not pulling punches when I'm criticizing religion, I am taking a tone that someone's mom would be able to listen to and maybe even resonate with.
Cool.
I want to be so clearly compassionate and so clearly human in what I'm saying that it's impossible to dehumanize me. Around the election of Donald Trump, a lot of us saw that talking about secularism with compassion, with kindness, was so necessary if we wanted.
Have you guys ever had any success with this? I call bullshit that you really have, to be honest with you. How many Trump supporters have you pulled away from Christianity by being lovey-dovey towards them? Maybe you have, maybe I'm fucking wrong, but I goddamn know I fucking have success. So take this Al Jazeera propaganda and shove it in your fucking ass, using me as an example of the wrong way to do it. Fuck that. I'll put my work up against any of you motherfuckers any goddamn day. And that's my religious bullshit. What we guys got to say about that? Dutta Sexist, missed you yesterday. That guy should take a guitar and make music and then make worship about God that doesn't exist. Yeah, I'd be par for the course. Dusty, you've had a huge impact in helping me deprogram, and I'm allowed to be pissed at religion. Those fuckers fuck me, fuck religion. Yeah, same with me. Every day of my life, terrorizing my fucking mind with the worst thing your imagination can come up with. Fuck that. Fuck respect for these people. Hell no. Somebody needs to explain to him that she looked 18 isn't the defense. Who are we talking about? Russel Brand? I became an atheist in 2006 with the loss of my hearing and the death of my father. I gave up praying after that. Hey, welcome to the light of logic. Swing. Yep. This guy was successful in getting views and revenue. Yeah. I don't know how many people's mind changed. Maybe they did. I don't know. But I doubt it, to be honest with you. You were right, Dusty. I subscribe from all those soft atheists. Some pussy-ass shit if you ask fucking me. But I don't know. I'm sure they're nice guys. I'm sure they mean well and everything. But... And the thing at atheist, I still kind of have a beef with him because I met him one time. I told you guys this before, but I met him one time. And I wasn't drinking. And he asked me if I had a designated driver, which is kind of like a... slap in the face a little bit. Like, he's trying to like, rib me a little bit, I think, you know. Trying to make it seem like I was fucking drunk when I wasn't goddamn drunk. I was just being nice. I was just talking to him. And anyway, move along. Let's get it going with some Trash World. Trash World! A Trash World! Dumpster Fire! Hellish! Trash World! Trash World! Everything sucks. All the goddamn time. Trash World! And first off, on tonight's Trash World, Fox News always platforming the best and brightest among us, including Tyrus, who apparently is a professional wrestler. And he's threatening to assault children who are trans, because why not? Yep, apparently you're just allowed to say you want to beat up children now. Super cool. Don't believe me. Here he is.
Lee, welcome to the show. Are you
sure he was doing what men do, intimidate, stare down, all that type? If you watch it back, he was cocky, and she showed that it takes a superwoman athlete to have to compete with them. My daughters all swim, and I go to as many meets as I can, and I'm watching. Because I'll be the dad to get arrested for snatching one out of the pool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just snatch you out of the pool if you're trans. I'll abuse you. Beating up kids is awesome. Yay for us. Oh, my God. Just the fucking worst among us. And I'm pretty sure, like, any little trans kid could just run away from your fat ass. This is Titus. This is the, genetic specimen. Look at him. Can barely fucking move. Oh.
For EC3.
Look at him. Oh, good God. This fat tub of goo. Motherfucker. Imagine pretending you're some kind of a badass when you can barely even fucking move. Just a walking embarrassment. Look at him.
For EC3.
Oh, good God. Wrestling sucks. If this is what you have to resort to wrestling, your organization should shut down immediately. Super athlete, though. All the trans kids should be really scared. Meanwhile, remember Alex Jones lost like $1 billion in lawsuits, but the families who won haven't received a penny. Instead, he spent almost $100,000 in 1 month. He's spending $100,000 a month living the life of luxury because nothing matters. Nobody's actually held accountable. This goddamn trash world. Bankrupt conspiracy theorist Alex Jones hasn't paid a dime of nearly $1.5 billion he owes Sandy Hook families for claiming the school shooting was a hoax. Yet he's spending tens of thousands on himself, including $93,000 in July, just trying to spend all the money before they can get a hold of it. Nobody's doing anything about it. There is a... I guess nothing can be done about it. I guess it takes so much time to go through the court systems to try to wrench the money back. But it's so depressing to see there's no accountability whatsoever for these people. In fact, they're rewarded for it. Russel Brand about to make a couple million more dollars this year because he raped somebody, folks. This is what conservatism is. Meanwhile, in New Hampshire, they're the third state to okay PragerU cartoons for the classroom. Yep, those crazy-ass cartoons that I've shown you guys, the ones that downplay and whitewash slavery. It's yet another state. So good luck, New Hampshire. Broke brains spreading all across the United States. Seemingly unstoppable at this point. Meanwhile, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. So this week, they decided to trash this family. I guess this guy just became the new mayor of Nashville. R.I.P. Nashville. This is their new mayor. Any guess what his politics are? So this is a mostly peaceful means. 345,000 subscribers. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, isn't this exactly what conservatives want? It's a nuclear family with 2 kids. I mean, this guy is dressed in a tie. Just like looks like a normal guy. Looks like he has a normal wife, 2 like cute kids. What the fuck are they talking about? Like, is it because the wife's hair is short? She's dressed very modestly. Is it because is he Jewish? Is that what the problem is? I don't even know. I can't even tell Jewish people from like, not Jewish people. Is that the problem? I have no idea, but if like you read the comments, they're just shitting all over this family for no fucking reason. It's wild. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Let's read some of the comments. So just a normal fucking family. And Shalom, Nashville. Okay, so he's Jewish, I guess. That's the problem. Which one is he? Oh, I guess because she has short hair. She's a man or something. Even cis women aren't safe from the transvestigators. Nashville is now in the hands of the Jews. Oh, it's because he's Jewish, I guess. And the juice is in the hands of Nashville. Which one are you referring to? Yeah, he has short hair. She has short hair. Must be a man. Let me guess. The child in the dress is probably really a boy, but wants to be a girl because mom and dad said it was okay. What the fuck are you talking about? It's just 2 normal girls. Why does everything have to come back to transgenderism with you broke brains? I assume both of the children are boys since they both look like girls. Just good God. Scum of the fucking earth for no reason. Just a normal, nice family. Let's shit all over them. Why not? Meanwhile, speaking of the worst among us, Bill Barr has decided to become a scab. Him and Drew Barrymore gonna bring their shows back. He's like, Real Time is coming back. Unfortunately, yeah, it is unfortunate. I can't believe anybody watched it to begin with, much less without your fucking writers, but he don't give a shit. He is just a typical chud. Why would he stand in solidarity with the working man? He wouldn't. He's worth $140 million. Fuck y'all. He got his. You guys can go fuck yourself. And of course, Elon Musk, Johnny on the spot to support him. Maybe worth posting some material on this platform. The reach is enormous. Yeah, so big. Beg harder, Elon. Good God. And meanwhile, this is how ridiculous they are, folks. These are people that call themselves feminists. This is Parker Posey Parker, going to insinuate that David Tennant, one of the most beloved actors on the planet, seems like a really nice, sweet guy, never did anything wrong that I could see. Going to insinuate he's a pedophile simply because he's wearing an LGBT pin on him. His pen reads, "Hey, little girl, do you want to see some puppies? Just No bottom they won't find. Nobody they won't attack. Simply being supportive of gay people is enough to get you called a pedophile these days, no matter if you're incredibly fucking nice, well-loved, and respected. And yeah, Kelly J. Keane, also known as Posey Parker, appears to be attempting to suggest that beloved actor David Tennant is a pedophile due to his support for LGBTQ plus people and safeguarding for trans children. J.K. Rowling has previously offered to pay Parker's legal fees, so yep. They just don't care, folks. Meanwhile, this is how crazy the broke brains have gotten. Librarians are the enemy now. The two librarians put up an autism section in their library that contained rainbow colors. But it was meant to support autism awareness. They fired these people because now having rainbows, regardless of the context, is now, I guess, verboten. Enough to get you fucking fired. In June, two librarians put up 2 rainbow-colored displays near the entrance of the public library in Sterling, Kansas. Their way of celebrating autism and neurodiversity, according to a recently filed lawsuit. In one, the rainbow colors formed an infinity symbol broken up by only a heart and accompanied by the words, "We all think differently." The other was a rainbow scarf adorned with the silhouette of a child in a wheelchair reaching out, and the words, "In diversity is beauty and strength." The librarians say they were fired after a library board member complained the display promoted an LGBTQ agenda. They freaked out on them, folks. Slandered them, ran them through the mud for this. This was their display, folks. We all think differently. In diversity is beauty. And for Autism Awareness Month, that's all it takes. Rainbows are now basically illegal in Kansas. This is how fucking ridiculous things have gotten. It's fucking depressing as shit, man. We have to fight back. I'm rapidly losing faith even more in this country than I already had. Meanwhile, warning, do not watch this. Death is about to happen. I watched this before I realized that the guy in this video died. I just clicked on it, not realizing what was happening. Man, there's a real problem with the youth in this country, and like, there's also a real bad problem with the black youth in this country. The black males in this country, a lot of them just seem like they're being raised without any empathy towards their fellow man. It's really horrifying to watch. So these 2 black kids steal a car and just decide to hit and run people for fun. Warning, don't watch this. They recorded their crimes, by the way, which is genius.
All right, go. Go. Keep it moving. Bitch ass nigga! Stop talking shit, bitch! Stop talking shit! Nigga!
This is so sad, y'all. This
Fuck
guy
Mama
just
Blood.
ride his bike, minding his own business.
Ready? Yeah. Hit his ass. That nigga knocked out.
Yeah, he's dead. You guys killed him for no reason. For no fucking reason. Just for fun. Just let's go out and kill somebody today. You fucking psychos. So, yep, ghost bike installed to remember cyclists killed in hit and run crash deemed intentional by police. 2 underage kids. They're not releasing their names because they're minors. They're Hispanic? Okay, well, if they're Hispanic, then I take that back. Then Hispanic also has problems there. How do you know they're Hispanic? Did they release their names?
All right, go. Go. Fuck Mama Blood. Ready? Yeah. Hit his ass.
Maybe they are. Anyway, really a problem with young men in this country of all races. I guess I shouldn't call any specific race out, but I do see like a lot of these videos from black males who seem like they don't give a fuck about the people they're hurting. Death penalty, I mean, yeah. Maybe I'm still being a lot. It's all good. I have my moments. They should be tried as adults. They absolutely should. As far as I know, they're only charging one of them. Well, clearly it's the Spanish language getting into their brains. It's the boogity language. What scum? Race is irrelevant here. I mean, it is irrelevant, but like there are a lot of these videos. I don't even show a lot of them times where it does seem like they do have a lack of empathy, especially towards white folks and elderly people. It's not racist class. I mean, race does have something to do with it. It really does have something to do with it. I mean, it's because, yeah, I probably should go there, but it does seem like it has a lot to do with the fact that they're, I think they lack hope in this society. I think black people, more than white folks and others, feel disenfranchised by society. So they feel like society is not treating them like human beings, like they're not valued in society. And so they feel like if they are not being valued, if they're not being treated like human beings, then why should they treat others that way? So I think the system does cause these feelings a lot, in my opinion. But it's not just, I mean, like I said, it's not just class. It's more than that. It's a lot to do with the white supremacist power structure and how people are treated, which makes them lash out at the system. It's a lot of the same reason that a lot of black folks don't give like driver's licenses and stuff. They don't have IDs in the same way because they don't trust the system. They don't feel like they're appreciated and as a respected part of the system. So why should they take place in it? Why should they Dusty, how is that racist? How is anything I just said fucking racist? Like literally acknowledging that black people are mistreated more and it makes them less trusting of the system is the opposite of fucking racism. Why are we gonna pretend like that ain't the way it is? It definitely fucking is. Anyway, maybe I'm being racist. I'll take, like, I do believe that I'm racist. I believe everybody's fucking racist to a different degree. So I will fucking accept my racism. You guys are about to piss me off though. Don't fucking tell me to stop. I'm going to say where the fuck I want to say. If you have a problem with it, if you want to counter what I'm saying with some kind of logic and reason, but don't tell me to shut the fuck up. If you don't like what I'm saying, fuck off. I can be wrong and you can tell me why I'm wrong, but don't tell me to fucking shut up on my own goddamn show and don't tell me to stop, okay? If I'm wrong, I will spout my ignorance and I will learn from you guys. But don't try to fucking silence me in my own goddamn program. That's going to piss me the fuck off. I'm literally explaining to you how the goddamn system creates this fucking problem, and I'm logically explaining it. I'm not saying it's because of anybody's genetics. I'm saying it's because of the power structure of this country that makes people feel that fucking way. If you have some kind of logical counter, say that shit. Dusty, just stop. You are being racist. Explain it to me then. Logically explain what I'm saying and why it is racist. It's telling me to just telling me to stop. It doesn't help anybody for you to tell somebody to shut up without explaining to them your logical counterpoints. Because to me, you just sound like a whiny fucking bitch that doesn't have any counterpoint. You just want to claim racism when you have nothing to counter what the fuck I'm saying. If you have something to counter what I'm saying, say it. Don't tell me to shut up because I will listen if you have logical points. But if you ain't got fucking shit but tell me to shut up, then that makes me feel like you ain't got nothing but try to silence my fucking voice. Come on, bring the logic, bring it. Form an argument. Let the hamster run on your fucking brain, rub your brain cells together, and make a fucking argument instead of just stop and shut up. I don't like that shit. So anyway, let's move along to some Beyond Parody. Fitting. Beyond Parody. Fuck. somebody said I'm not racist. Like, I do believe I'm racist. I totally fucking believe I'm racist. Now, like, I try not to be racist. I 100%. But everybody has unconscious biases that influence their thought process. And I am no exception. I catch myself being racist all the fucking time. And then when I catch myself being racist, I'm like, oh my God, you're being fucking racist, Dusty. Don't do that. Correct yourself. So I definitely think I'm fucking racist, but I'm not racist on purpose. I'm literally continuously trying to improve and be less racist. But I grew up in Mississippi, and racism was taught to me at an early fucking age. And I know a lot of that shit is still in there. And it's up to each and every one of us to try to ferret out those unconscious biases and correct that thought process. And I'm constantly doing that. So, you only have unconscious biases if you live life as a vegetable. What does that mean? No, everybody has unconscious biases. What are you talking about? You only have no unconscious bias if you live your life as a vegetable, if that's what you mean. You know the trolls are clipping that shit? They can clip whatever they want to. I welcome anybody to clip this show, period, and put it out there. Hell, that'd be a big improvement. Usually no one pays a fucking attention to anything I goddamn say. Seems like you have to be controversial these days to get anybody to fucking listen to you, unfortunately. Fucking if you put a video out there of me saying I'm racist, that'll probably double my ratings. Shit works the same for me as it does for Russel Brand, for all these assholes. Controversy is what puts asses in seats. And all right, moving right along to the Beyond Parody. Conservatives, this is their view on the world. They promise to do something, but then they ain't got to fucking do it. DLQ says, if you tell me there's no evidence to Hillary Clinton being arrested and chucked into a black van like a slab of beef on 9/11/16, I'll show you a video as evidence. So they're like, do it. And they're like, I don't need to. It's all over the internet. You just said you were going to fucking do it. Don't bitch out now. The fuck? But I got all the evidence. If you want it, we'll show it to us. I ain't got to show you shit. Yeah. Beyond parody. And speaking of hypocrisy, remember Vivek Ramaswamy was like, TikTok is digital fentanyl. First thing I'm going to do when I'm president is ban TikTok from America. It's the worst. We can't have our kids watching TikTok videos. We're literally addicted to China, he says. They push digital fentanyl via TikTok. Our national debt is essential financial fentanyl. The real Declaration of Independence of the 21st century is from the CCP. Time to do it now. So, of course, he immediately goes and joins TikTok with fucking Jake Paul. Hypocritical motherfucking cringe alert for those accepted by cringe-induced injuries. I have to turn the music off so I don't get copyrighted, but oh my, what the fuck is this? I mean, holy shit. Cringe as fuck, but yeah. Leave the Ramaswamy to immediately do the opposite of what he said he's going to do, because he has no morals. He has no integrity. He is about nothing. Meanwhile, over on Fox News, tackling the really relevant, up-to-date stuff.
The legendary book trashes our consumer culture and obsession with material goods while praising masculinity and violence, things that wouldn't fly today. The legendary book trashes our consumer...
Definitely, what year is this? Oh my God, now they can bring up Fight Club? Just got to recycle whatever they can think of to outrage the boomers still watching Fox News. Crazy. Meanwhile, this is all beyond parody just because of their response. Now, what happened here is not funny. This guy sexually assaults this woman at Freedom Corner. I guess this is out at the Navarro trial, whatever. Anyway, he sticks a flagpole up her ass a couple times in order to try to shut her up because they don't actually give a shit about your First Amendment rights in any way.
Here we are with one of the most important constitutional separations.
Ow! You shut me. Everyone saw it.
Will not let unique people.
This is my First Amendment right. This is
What
free
I'm going to
speech.
do now
You
is
took away America.
There he goes. Going to go shove his flagpole up her ass a couple times, sexually assault her with the American flag because, of course, super patriotic.
Right to free. He just shoved that up my leg. There's cameras here. The marshals just saw you. The marshals just saw you. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. You just assaulted me. That man just assaulted me. He stuck a flagpole in between my legs. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
She just told what you need to do is stand back. I'm going to call it on her.
There you go. You're in trouble now. They're calling protective services. I was just assaulted. No, I didn't. Liar.
I can hold it anywhere I want. This is public property.
It's assault. I want to press charges. I want to press charges.
Are you interested in hearing?
Man,
I
go
want to
ahead,
press
T. Go ahead and talk. Man.
You're on federal property, not
some of your
MPD.
shit, but go ahead and talk.
So we saw it, sexually assaulted her. So then the cops went out to interview the guy to try to get his side of things. And holy God, it's clear the people who are Trump supporters, the maggots, are mentally deficient. Let's just say that. Here's the guy recording the cops trying to interview the guy that just sexually assaulted this woman. And not the best. Let's just say that.
Over in John Marshall Park last week.
I don't even know where John Marshall Park
Over
is.
by court. Over at the courtroom, 333 Constitution Avenue.
I don't know where that is.
Outside the
Pennsylvania
courthouse.
Avenue?
It had Peter Navarro,
Right.
speech about him.
Right.
So that's what we're here to talk about. You were involved in an incident that was with that flagpole there with the stick.
Yeah.
Electric tape on it.
Right.
You allegedly possibly hit someone.
Yeah, I'm not
with
going
it.
to talk about anything
No.
like that. No.
You don't want to talk about it?
No.
Okay, that's what we just came out here
Okay.
to talk to you about it. We wanted to get your side of the story.
Okay.
So that's what, if you don't want to tell us about it, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to speak at this time?
I don't want to what?
You don't want to speak about it at this time?
Correct.
Okay.
Can we get your ID badge number, please?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Investigator
Hold on a
Latin.
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold. This flag right here is evidence of the crime. We're going to take this.
Actually,
this is one in the.
Actually, why? Okay, hold on a second. First of all, number one, she assaulted him. So why is she not being arrested?
Yeah, I'll write you a receipt for it. I'll handwrite it.
Okay, well, why is she not being arrested? Why is AP not being arrested when she is?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Well,
We were here to-
maybe get the facts before you guys assume things.
Right. That's what we're here to do. We're gathering
Okay,
facts.
let's get ID numbers. Go ahead.
I gave it Investigator Lentine, badge
It's
number
evidence of the
296.
crime. I can see that. Yes, sir.
All right.
So there's a crime.
What's your ID number?
I don't.
I want your badge number.
296.
Okay, you have a badge number. I want it.
Our job is to investigate.
Sir, it's 296.
You believe that?
And what's your name? Where your name? All that information. You don't give your badge number. I know you didn't even
I
something.
gave it.
We ask you.
It's Investigator
We're
Lentine.
here
Work with the United States Park
investigating
Police.
a crime that
Badge number is
occurred.
296.
If we come across evidence that was used in the commission of the crime we're investigating, we're within our rights to seize it.
So you need to stick.
So you need to stick the girl who actually assaulted him first. Look at the evidence before you come here and before you accuse
Sir,
him.
did you want to talk about what happened there? Because
actually, first of all,
you seem to have information on her. You
actually, no. First of all, you're coming here, and if you want information, it's not hard for you to take your ID and look for yourself. Okay, I actually go look
Are you
for
a
yourself.
witness, sir?
No, I'm not a witness. I actually was not
What is
here.
your name?
No matter my name is
Well,
USA.
if you're a witness to the crime, we
No,
need to
actually, no.
interview as
First of
well.
all, I'm a USA. It's what I need to know. Okay, I'm American.
Okay.
By line.
Very good.
But if you're going to come here, you're going to harass him and talk to
We
him,
weren't here to
then you're going to
harass
talk to me
anybody.
too, okay?
We
Because I'm
weren't.
here too.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
understand. Okay.
witness to this?
No, like I said, bottom line.
It's so stupid. Asked the guy's badge over 30 times. It's just not the best, not the brightest, but what would we expect? And meanwhile, over in Oklahoma, folks, they got to create lies. That's the only thing they can do to scare the public. And the more outrageous the lie, I guess, the more people will believe it. Here's the guy in charge of the education system in Oklahoma declaring that, hey, if Biden had his way, he would decree every school in the nation had to hire a drag queen as principal. Isn't that true? Has he ever done that once? No, of course not, but reality has no bearing on any of this.
We have a drag queen principal of one of our schools who has now hired another drag queen to work inside our schools. This is what...
Have they done anything wrong? Have they done a bad job? Is there being a drag queen affecting their work at all? If not, who literally gives a fucking shit, dude?
Joe Biden wants for our schools, folks. Well, I have demanded that that individual be fired. No drag queen should be running a school anywhere in this country, especially in Oklahoma.
Why?
The Supreme Court has been wrong. There is no separation of church and state in the Constitution or Declaration of
Literally,
Independence.
yeah. What the fuck?
It doesn't exist.
I've read it.
So we will bring God back to schools and prayer back in schools in Oklahoma, and we will fight back against that radical myth.
Okay, do it. If you want to make sure Oklahoma children can't compete with the rest of the nation, cool. You get what you fucking deserve, Oklahoma. Meanwhile, what is the definition of freedom to conservatives? Here's Gen Z for Trump. I assume this is not a joke. We must bring back traditionalism in America. No porn. No LGBTQ people. No divorce. No abortion. Pro-freedom. The fuck are you talking about? Can't do anything. Can't do anything. Can't do anything. Maximum freedom. That's not how that works, Trumpist. Good God. And one more. Nope. Two more. Beyond parody. Hilarious how much they're trying to make DeSantis seem like a normal, everyday guy. When he's clearly not, y'all. He's clearly a bitchy debutante. But on Hannity, there's like, hey, how can we humanize and normalize this guy? Hey, why don't you throw footballs to the audience? Yeah, that's totally normal shit. Definitely not beyond parody.
All right, up next, a bizarre story from a Virginia State House race
Look how
involving
normal.
a Democratic candidate.
Throwing a football 5 feet to the audience. Yay! I'm so manly, y'all. I'm going to leave him stone cold dead.
All right, up next, a bizarre
Just a
story
normal
from
alpha
a
male
Virginia State House
wearing a suit, throwing a
race
football in
involving
a TV
Democratic
studio.
candidate. Live sex act on a porn
Look how
site.
manly I am, y'all. Vote for me as president, please. Just good God. And then last but not least, might be an old video. As you guys know, I love playing old videos. The only thing I love more playing old videos is having you guys tell me that I'm both racist and the video's old. So this is hilarious. This guy clearly never been in a fight in his life. I don't make fun of him too bad because he probably like mentally infirmed a little bit or, challenged. I don't know what the politically correct word is, but it's hilarious how far he cocks back his arm when he pretends like he's going to throw a punch. Beyond parody, let's have a look.
This is my goddamn motherfucking house.
This is my goddamn motherfucking house. Watch his arm goes all. How does he even bend it back that far?
This is my goddamn motherfucking house. You goddamn son of a bitch. This is my goddamn motherfucking house.
Hilarious. Might want to take a boxing course or something, dude. That's not how you fight. And that is my Beyond Parody. What we got to say about that, dirty sexies? Who's going to piss me off this time? I'm on a hair trigger. I'm ready to blow, motherfuckers. I'm ready to blow. Video's new. I knew it. I knew that my reverse psychology was going to work on you, motherfuckers. Jenny Rude, oh, video, Dusty. No. I mean, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jenny Rude. Thank you. Video for 2034. Hell yeah. I'm with Adrian Meltzer. IVF is betraying me, you betrayed her. Bubbles! It does look like Bubbles. That's a good kitty right there. That's a fine kitty. Normal interview stuff. I know, right? It's all normal when you're Ron DeSantis trying to be alpha male. Dusty looks fat. Are you out of your goddamn mind? That's going too far. Now, call me racist if you want to, but don't you ever call me fucking fat. Actually, I ate an entire large pizza today in one sitting by myself, so I got to own that. I did. I went to Domino's. I got me a large pizza, ate the whole fucking thing in one sitting, so I am kind of fat, to be honest with you. I can't deny that. Dusty show video. Hell no. All new from here on out. Dusty is ripping Vosh glasses off Clancy's hair. Oh my God! I will turn this whole table over, motherfucker! You're going too far! Trigger Dusty. Fucking cool ass hair. I don't even know what you're fucking talking about. I'm just gonna get angry. How's it doing that? I don't know. What the fuck ever, goddammit. Anyway, let's do some what the fuck. Now that I'm mad and angry. What the fuck? Yeah, I think we can all agree about that one. And first off, on tonight's what the fuck. Did you guys see this one? This reporter getting groped by some sex offender live on the news. This person was reporting a robbery live on Spanish TV.
Que tengo a mi espalda, el hombre intentó entrar armado. Un segundo, que estamos en directo. Disculpa.
I have the right to come up and grab your ass. I'm a man and you're a woman. That's the way society works.
Que estamos en directo. Disculpa.
Isa, perdóname que te interrumpa.
Disculpa.
Perdóname, es que el sonido es malo, pero ¿te acaba de tocar el culo?
Sí.
Yeah, sí.
Es que no puedo entenderlo. ¿Me pones a ese señor delante, por favor? No. Este tío tonto. Ponme a este tío tonto, por favor.
Por mucho que quieras intentar preguntarnos de qué canal somos, de verdad me tienes que tocar el culo. Estoy haciendo un directo y estoy trabajando. Sí, me has tocado el culo.
¿Puedes llamar a la policía?
De verdad, me gustaría que me dejaras trabajar.
Perdón, no te he querido tocar el culo.
Possible offense of sexual assault. What do you mean possible? We all got him saw it. He sexually assaulted her. Well, fuck that guy. You about to lose your job. And meanwhile, on what the fuck? I don't even know what the problem is. Apparently, this kid just won his football game, and he's just hugging his girlfriend. Nothing to see here. Just totally normal. Hugging his girlfriend, right? And what's that? It's his mom. Oh, what? That's his mom? No! No! Okay, I'm over. I don't care. Whatever. Incest is the best. It's all good. Just nasty. And, already showed that one. And lastly, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, this is a crazy one. What the fuck is up with this chick's house? She's definitely got some eclectic designer taste. Let's have a look.
Tour of my room, part 4, I believe. Let's recap. If you don't know, this is my bathroom. This is my keyboard wall. This is my other keyboard wall. This is my bedroom area, ocean themed. This is like my office sewing area with my worm wall. All right, and then over here I have my picture frame collection. I collect picture frames. I didn't want to leave them empty, so I filled them all with pictures of nail clippers, except this one. I did nail clippers so it would match my calendar, which I'm obsessed with. And then I have all of these nail clipper stickers that I've been using to mark the days. I'll go ahead and mark yesterday. All right, and then for my absolute favorite part, this.
Okay. Better not be more nail clippers. Oh my God, it's more nail clippers.
So all of these little sections, and they all have nail clippers in them. And then it opens like this all the way, and you can grab your nail clippers. And then it slowly closes back up. Anyway, that's the end of part 4. I'm thinking about showing y'all like a little tour of my closet next.
Gotta see the closet, please. Immediately. Show me your closet. Gotta be weird as fuck. And all right, that is my what the fuck section. And last chance to get your super chats in. We're gonna do one more section. And then we're gonna get the fuck out of here and go do some after party. I bet she's not married. Probably not. I can fix her. She cute. A little bit too obsessed with nail clippers, which seems weird, but hey, to each their own. How many people are like her? Don't know. Probably a lot of weird people out there. Nothing wrong being weird. It's all good. That's cute. I'll pass. Thanks. I'm into it. Hey, why not? Weird chicks are pretty cool. I dig it. And all right. Moving on to the last section, we got 2 quick heroes. Let's fucking do it. We could be heroes just for one day.
When I told my brother I was gay, we were driving in a truck.
And first off, got a little ahead of myself, is this story from Trixie about coming out to her brother. Some heartwarming shit. A big shout out to her hero brother. Let's have a look.
When I told my brother I was gay, we were driving in a truck. I was in the passenger seat, he was driving. He was like, so you got any girlfriends at school? And I said, no. And he says, you don't really notice the girls at school? And I said, no. And he goes, are you not into girls? And I said, no, before I could even think about it.
Wow.
And then they would pause, and then he goes, are you into guys? And I go, yes. And we're both staring at the road. No one looks at anyone, right? And then there's a long pause, and I go, are you mad? Because I was like so scared. I was like 18.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, no. And he said something about tomatoes, which was crazy. He goes, I don't like tomatoes. I think eating tomatoes is kind of gross, but I'm never going to tell people not to eat tomatoes.
Oh my God, what a mensch.
Which I thought was mind-blowing.
What a mensch.
And then I went, me. And I didn't even look at him, he didn't look at me. He reaches over, puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, you're still my brother. None of that matters.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the way to be. Unconditional love. Good on you. And hero brother. Love to hear stories like that. And then one more. Big ups to the frontline workers just trying to feed us all. This is why nobody wants to work anymore, because there's always some asshole trying to fuck with you. But you fuck with the wrong one. She got a good right hook right on the chin. Let's have a look. Oh, snap! Right on the button. Let's look at that one again. Oh, nice. I love to see it. Might want to keep your fucking hands to yourself. Don't mess with food workers. And all right, that is my show tonight. If you bail out, please hit the like button. All the things. Become a patron. You know how it works. Tell people about the show. It's all good. I love short show tonight. Hey, we did a good over 2 hours. We're into overtime. You guys be sure to warn me for overtime before you leave. Not racist or protections from your life. We all have different experiences. Honest. I mean, it is like I do think it's racism. I do think that everybody's racist to a degree. I think we're all raised in our own little communities, and it's very easy to others. Us versus them mentality is ingrained in us from the time we were kids. And even if you don't mean to be racist, a lot of those things you're taught, or a lot of those things you go through in your life, and also your ego, makes you want to separate yourself from others. So even if you aren't like consciously aware of it, there's a lot of unconscious biases that happen in your brain. And then you have to like seek out that stuff and try to eradicate them one by one. And I'm always both conscious that exists, because if you're not conscious that exists, it's hard to concentrate, focus on those things and try to better yourself. You know, it's all just part of the process. But thank you, Fred Ricks. Lizzie, $5. I say keep going with the conversation related to race and bias, but I'd like to move it to the after party. All right, we can talk about the after party. Hell yeah. Bring your good arguments. Don't bring shut up, Dusty. Bring your counterpoints, and I'll listen to that. Racism prospers under capitalism because it trains people to devour each other. Your assessment is correct. Racism isn't natural. It is role play. Agreed, you know? I don't think it's like a... Yeah, it's all just, it's a taught behavior, you know? And when you're in the more powerful class, it's more important that you confront your biases, because it affects people more than people who are in a system that gives them less power, right? You are too liberal and your fans are more liberal. Gotta move further left, brother. Okay. I think I'm in a good spot. Like I think I'm pretty leftish, but I don't know. I can always improve, right? There's always room for improvement for everybody. $10 from Dave Cow. What up, Dave? 859 of us here. I have an idea. If every beautiful DSP gift chatted just $1 at the very beginning of every fantastic Dusty Day, we could feed the kiddies and maybe even a little left over the dustbin. I appreciate it. That'd be nice if they did it, but I don't expect everybody to do it. So the minority of you that do it, like you, Dave, are the heroes that keep the show going. So I appreciate you being so generous. Space Ghost, 10 pounds. Hey, Dusty. Sorry I have not donated in a while as I needed a break from politics because of what's going on in the base of the world for the sake of my mental health. Hope you're doing well, Dusty. I got somebody that sent me a private message a couple of days ago that basically told me that they had to stop watching my show because even though they love me and they think that I'm doing great, they think I'm a great guy, my show makes them want to be violent, and they have to not watch it because they don't want to become violent. And I 100% agree. If like whatever I say makes you feel violent, stop watching me immediately, because violence is counterproductive to what I'm trying to do here. And I understand it's depressing, and I understand sometimes it's overwhelming, but I do believe we are winning. I do believe there's more of us than there are of them, and putting the spotlight on stuff is the best way to combat this stuff. Like, violence is absolutely not the answer, in my opinion. So I definitely understand if you have to quit watching me. I drive a lot of people away anyway, so it's all good. Keep it lower. How about a rap that doesn't make you cringe, not spoken by the right-wing fringe, not making my left-wing singe? I'm going on an atheist binge. Hell yeah. I can rap to that. And Mr. Anderson, socialism. Get to 5 Cult Dusty show memberships. You guys better join us at the ads party and thank Mr. Anderson. Appreciate you. And Ivy Evans, Dust Buddies too. Hell yeah. All of you got to be there. One more for you, Dusty. You made a Saturday night. See everyone on Monday. Hell yeah. Hopefully there'll be enough happening between now and then to at least do a short show on Monday. I'm going to try to keep the schedule best I can. I'm trying. It's hard, though. Dust Buddies for life. Hell yeah. Verm Terra, good to have you. Just got home. Ever thought about moving your show to Saturdays? What you guys think? Should I move my show to Saturdays? I'm open-minded to move my show to different times, different days, whatever. You guys give me your recommendation, and I'll listen. Hi, Dusty. Keep up the great work. Lots of love to you, CK58MPJ. Charlie Kelly, $10. What up, Charlie? Listening to the Dusty Show while gunfiring out the window in Brooklyn. Not kidding. Wild out here. Who you gunfiring at? I hope they deserve it. Dim Tool. Yep. That's a good nickname for Beanie Baby. Thank you, Maximus. Keep it up, Sis Fantastic. Appreciate you. All right, I read that already. Anything else pop up? Big Black Corvette, get to 5 Cult Dusty memberships. Appreciate you. Blazing Cutter, I love the short show tonight. I think I already read that. All right, well, that's it. Hell yeah, folks. I will be back Monday, probably. You know, unless I don't have enough material, then I'll just postpone it today. But hopefully, I'm going to shoot for Monday. Try to keep the schedule. So if you're not joining me at the party, be sure to join me Monday. I appreciate you. Join my Patreon, please. Patreon.com/Skycast. Link in the description of this video. Access to all the exclusive content, including the after party, which takes place right now, where we're going to cover all this stuff at the bottom here, all this slow news week. Got some interesting stuff to cover, so you don't want to miss it. So the rest of you, I'll see on Monday. Love to share you guys. Have a good weekend. Sunday, I guess, is all that's left of the weekend. But have a good Sunday. See you guys soon. And as always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. Good night, everybody. And now let's play The River, an original song by Dusty Smith to play us out with. Love you guys. I can't play Butt Ponies every show. We gotta have some variety. switch the fuck over.